Hello, this is Catherine Egan. I am submitting my Beyond the Classroom Database Administrator position general case. Our assignment was to create a database and name it, which I did here at the top. And then we were to create three tables. The first table being candidates, second table being interviews, and the third table being job openings. Once we created the tables, we were to enter certain information into the tables by labeling in the candidates table the ID, the first name of the candidate, last name, phone number, and the email. Also on this table, we were asked to set the data types, field properties, and name a primary key for each table. In the interviews table, we also had to sequence a ID number, a job opening ID number, and put in some interview material in the data columns after naming the headers across the page, and we were ranking the interview that we did for certain job categories. For the job openings, we had to go out to the a website and look up certain job opening required skills and hourly pay rates at the website that was given to us to do the research, and we were asked to select 4 job categories and put those in the column headers for the job name. We had to identify what skills were required for the job, and also research the hourly pay rate for each one of those job names. The 4 jobs that I picked was a database administrator, and their required skills are to organize and store data. They make $40.84. That's the average hourly rate. The second job was an information security analyst, and their required skills are to protect networks and systems. The hourly pay rate for that job name is $44.52. The third job was a software developer. They develop applications, and that job hourly rate is $49.17. And the fourth job that I selected was a computer programmer, which they write and test code, and the hourly pay rate for that job title is $38.39. So once we created all of the different tables here, we had to create a relational a relationship to each of these tables, so that we would be able to query the database after we write our query. We did that by going to the database tools table and by clicking on relationships, and then we were able to pull in the 3 tables and connect the relationships between those tables, so that when we designed our query, we would be able to pull in that information to query those tables. I was a bit challenged with this part because they didn't really go into, in the exercise it would have helped if they had maybe gave us a few more steps here on how to set those table relationships and enforce the referential integrity between them. We had to cascade update related fields, and that was a bit of a challenge for me. So when I wrote the query for the data table, I'm not really sure how great this query came out. So I will share the query with you where I was able to, the question was to create a query and sort by display only the database administrator interviews with a ranking of 3 or lower. So I did the job opening ID for database administrator I had named as an ID number of 100, and who interviewed for that, who the person was that interviewed that person, the date of the interview, and then I also was able to write criteria for the query with the less than and equal sign of 3. So that would only sort out the interviews that were ranked less than 3 on the query. So that is my assignment. There may be a step, like I said, in that relationship enforcement referential integrity. I may not have done that exactly the way that was needed. So I'm anxious to see the answers from our instructor. Thank you and have a good night.